Gentlemen, what are your tricks for lasting longer in bed? Getting really old worked for me. Your orgasm is tied to your breathing. If you pay attention to your breathing, you will hold your breath more as you near orgasm. If you keep your breath steady and deep, you will last virtually as long as you want. Make her come first. I try not to squeeze myself too tight with my hand, and switch hands depending on how I feel. Lots of foreplay, fingering and oral. And then when you're actually penetrating, flex your pelvic floor muscles. I also think of elephants, and it helps keep me from getting overly excited. If you feel you're approaching the point of no return, stop and go down on your partner. Start a regimen of antidepressant medication. Get her off first, so any pressure to perform a certain way is off. Ease into PIV. Maybe even receive a cool, not vigorous BJ to get acclimated and a bit desensitized. Once you make it past the first pre-cum sensation without coming, it's easier to last. Do positions at first that allow you to relax and control your PC muscles. If you start hard and tense, you're more likely to finish quick than if you build up and get your body ready. Even take breaks if you need them, but keep the intimacy going some other way. Breathe and be mindful of your partner and all the sensations in the moment. Don't be doing long division in your head to not come. People can sense when you're not present, and where's the fun in missing it anyway? After some time, totally dependent on you and your body, you'll feel less sensitive and can be more vigorous and handle more strenuous positions without coming before you want. From there, do what you both want. Also, just know what positions are absolute finishers for you with your partner. Save them for when you're both satisfied. Above all else, everyone have fun. A few short ways to last longer in bed. A no BS man's guide. Foreplay. This includes before the sex, aka dirty texting, and getting her revved up so she's warmed up for sex later. Touching, groping, rubbing her whole body. Remember, sex is a full body experience. Hand on her chest gives her a sense of security and vulnerability. Oral, kissing, touching, sucking, fingering, grinding, belly breathing, being in tune with her breathing and yours. Knowing when she's getting hotter and more revved and when you are. What she likes and doesn't like as you are aware of how she is breathing and moving with you, and you breathing and moving with her. Slow down. You don't have to be like a sewing machine needling through. You can breath through each stroke. Make it longer, shallower, deeper, and then grind. Breath deeply with her. Follow her breaths too. Dirty talk. Tell her you love her. Tell her you love when she does that thing. Tell her she beautiful and you love how she feels. Tell her she loves hearing that you want her. Every girl does. This goes back to the belly breathing part. But change your stroke pattern. Fast, slow, deep, grinding, etc. Breathe deeply. Breathe deeply. Try different positions that give her more stimulation on different spots in the vagina. Some women orgasm with the A spot. Some with the G spot. Learn your woman. Don't worry, it takes time. The final and best key I've been able to find. Do it all without fear. Have no fear over your next move or what it will be. Do it effortlessly. In the moment. You're with her and she's with you. Have no fear. And be bold with every move you make. It drives the ladies wild. Bonus tip. I usually have a boner shake on days I know we want to go at it. Boner shake includes 8 ounces glass of milk, 2 raw eggs. Blend it and drink it the night before or the morning of. Super rock hard boner and last much longer. Watermelon helps too, and so does beetroot juice. From one guy to another. So you don't have to do the research. All of this is battle tested. Here's to yours and others' future success. Cheers. Think of Margaret Thatcher naked on a cold day. Round 2. Literally finish up round 1 and then wait for it to recharge, and you can go as long as you want round 2. Short pauses. Monkeys in a tree. Works 60% of the time. Every time. There isn't any trick for me. 39 meters, take anywhere from 10 to 20 seconds. Hell, if my wife has gotten me hot enough. Simply being in her, without moving, will make me lose it. But I make up for it with my fingers and my cunning linguistics. This particular problem got a lot better as I got older. But the secret to all my best performances has been cannabis. If I smoke enough beforehand, I can last pretty much forever. And it can take so much effort to get there when I actually want to that it tends to get her into multiples. My wife isn't a smoker, but has definitely picked up on the difference it makes, and became quite encouraging about it. She calls it smoking my spinach. It is pretty much code for her now. Where encouraging me to toke up on certain nights communicates her expectation to get her brains fucked out later. Edit for spelling. As a sexual therapist, I can add my 2 cents here. Most women really don't care. Unless it's really less than 1 minute, keep reading. But most women are fine with 3 to 8 minutes. The problem is porn lasts way too long, and/or the perception of men. From an evolutionary perspective, the ones who come fast have a huge advantage, i.e., you would be the one creating most offspring. As everyone is stating, more foreplay works typically in making it more equal and pulling out just before you come. A lot of comments are about a preliminary orgasm. But that does not work for everyone. But stopping before you come, not touching it for about 15 to 30 seconds and starting again usually works. If you do this 2 to 4 times, it will numb out and you should be able to last longer. If you are below 1 minute and you consider to have premature ejaculation, the first thing to keep in mind is that it happens to everyone. Especially if you are horny and with a new girl, it happens to the best. If it continues to happen, try to start with pelvic exercises. The muscles in this group are a large part of your ejaculation, and by doing this you have much more control. Many have said it, but very hard. Try to control your breathing. By lowering it during the act, the heart rate will drop and it will be harder to orgasm. However, it is very hard for most, plus some cannot maintain an erection. Just before you are about to come, pinch very hard just below the glands, or tip, with your whole hand around it. That will stop the transmission of feeling for a split second but will work typically. Wear a cock ring. It will increase the erection, harder, and limit the transmission as well. Very often works if the right ring is chosen. Edge at home while masturbating. Start to recognize the feeling and find for yourself a way to divert that by e.g. stopping the stimulation. Zone out in your mind. Move your pelvic muscles, etc. And the last one, do not try to come too fast while watching porn. Most men tend to want to get over with it, and masturbate on porn for 20 seconds, conditioning the body to come fast. Masturbate without porn and use your fantasy and continuously masturbate for at least 5 minutes before you orgasm. Hope it helps. Zoloft. Switching positions. Foreplay for breaks. Drugs if you are cool with using drugs. The trick is to stretch the foreplay. Use your hands and mouth more in the beginning. Your guy should be used only in the end when she at the top of her arousal. And before all that, masturbate so that you won't get too excited right after you start pumping. Go down on her first. She'll be satisfied. And then you can nut at your own pace. I don't get lasting longer. After a bit, women are kind of over it. Sort your woman first. Then yourself. Then go eat snacks and watch Netflix. You're not painting the Sistine Chapel. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like. If you would like to see more content like this in the future, subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified about future videos. Now check out one of these interesting videos.